What's up, guys? So, another vlog coming at you here, and today is November 12th, Saturday, 2016. And I want to bring to you guys this is one vlog, man. I'm a little nervous about this one, right? So, you guys might wonder, okay, this guy, he looks like he might be a little bit older or something like that, and he always wears like different hats and stuff like that. So, I got some of them in the background back there. You probably see them. They're on the new setup or whatever. Now, the reason why I wear so many hats, you might be like, well, I don't know, man. Maybe he just, he's trying to be cool, or like he likes hats or something like that. Well, I'll tell you a little bit about the background about why I've been wearing hats and how long I've been wearing hats for and everything like that. So, it probably all started when I used to play baseball as a kid. So, started out, my parents put me on a baseball team. I collect baseball cards, watched the A's, watched the Giants, coming from the San Francisco Bay Area and Oakland area, California. And, we'd take the BART train to watch the A's games, and we'd have to drive to Candlestick Park, which, doesn't exist now. Now it's AT&T Park for the Giants. We'd also go to the Coliseum for the A's. And we watched the ball game. So I joined a baseball team, T-ball, and then I was on like little rookies teams where they have pitching machines, if you guys aren't familiar with baseball. And then eventually I went on to play on other teams where we actually pitch to each other, and it's more normal baseball that you'd see on TV, you'd see in the World Series that just happened. And congratulations to the Cubs, by the way. Good job. I'm glad you guys won because you guys kicked our butts and the Dodgers' butts, right? So, but that's where I started wearing hats. So I would say somewhere in between maybe, 7, 8, 9, maybe 6. Started getting baseball hats from baseball teams that I was on, and baseball hats that we'd pick up at a store or at the ball game when I go to baseball games with my dad. So I continue to wear those. Sometimes I wear them like, frontwards like this. Obviously a big Giants fan. Sometimes I'll wear them, backwards. I try not to wear them like sideways like this or sideways like this, although that is kind of interesting look. So if I want you guys to see my eyes a little bit more and everything, then I'll just, put it backwards so you guys can see. So that's when I kind of started wearing baseball caps. I'll kind of show you guys some of the hats that I have. I have blue if I'm wearing, more blue type colors, and they're all fitted. I got size, I think you can see that on there, 7 5/8. So I prefer the fitted caps. Reason being, when I try to wear the snapback caps, they just don't fit that well. I have to put them on like the last setting or the last adjustment, and then they're still all weird. So I find that the baseball fitted hats, and it could be because when I started to wear hats, that's where we got them, when we were in the little bit bigger leagues when we were playing baseball. So that's one of them right there. I have a 49ers hat also. It's fitted. It's also the 7 5/8. Obviously, I have the orange color, right? Giants, fitted, same thing. This is older. This is from 2012. I don't know if you guys can see that. But the Giants won the World Series in 2010, 2012, 2014, like every other year for like 3 years. Skipped a year this year, 2016. But that's another one. I have a number of beanies that are like tucked away in the garage in like a tote that I don't have. Here's another Giants hat. It's gray. It goes with a lot of different outfits, so I do prefer that. This is like a taxi driver type hat, cabbie type hat, maybe like newspaper boy type hat, I guess you'd call it. It's different styles. So in the future, I'll probably be getting, more varieties of caps, not only, ball cap, Giants type hats. So that's kind of where the history of where I started wearing ball caps come from. Prefer the fitted. Don't mind the newsboy type. Those are cool. When I say newsboy, if you don't know what I mean, like when little kids used to sell papers on the corner and be like, read all about it, read all about it, here's the news. And they'd wear these caps, right, to kind of keep them warm, or they just got up out of bed super early, right? And they wear these caps back in the early 1900s. If you go, you probably have to look at, you know, some early black and white type footage to see this is common. Also, that hat right here, my granddad, my dad's dad, used to wear this type of hat all the time. All the time. We'd go out to dinner, Thanksgiving, Christmas, birthdays. Anytime we go with him, he'd wear one of these, and then, you know, sometimes he'd take it off in the restaurant, sometimes he wouldn't. And that's one of the reasons. Now, the other reason why he'd wear those hats, and he didn't really talk about it that much, is because he at an early age, I would say maybe going to, you know, maybe his early 30s, I think my dad said, or late 20s, early 30s, he started to lose his hair. So, you know, because he didn't have hair, I don't think he really had a, you know, an issue or anything like that as far as, you know, his hair or having a confidence problem with his hair. But your head just gets cold, you know. How do I know that? How do I know your head gets cold if it's, you know, if you don't have that much hair? Well, because I don't have that much hair, right? So I thought about doing like a reveal of my head, just because I don't really have beautiful, lovely, long locks of hair like Fabio or something like that. So anyway, this is kind of like the top of my head, what it looks like, and the sides of my head here, and there's the other side of my head here, and that's kind of what it looks like. So going into wintertime and stuff like that, it's just kind of cooler when you don't have a lot of hair up top if you're wearing a hat. So that's what you know, it may make me feel more like younger, more like happier. Reminds me of my baseball days. It keeps me warm when we have like snowy type days, everything like that. So that's a little bit of why I wear ball caps and why I enjoy them. And I even have more hats that I haven't even shown that are just tucked away in just random places in the closet, and then totes in the garage, and multiple beanies and all kinds of stuff, you know, that I have. So I want to do a little bit of different video about hats and share with you guys a little bit about that, and just kind of put some honesty out there about that. So if you guys wear hats, or if you understand, or if you don't have super lovely long locks of hair to show off and put gel in and spike and color and all that, then you might kind of understand where I'm coming from. If you don't, and you never really been in baseball, or you never really wore hats, or your parents really never really wore hats as a kid, I understand where you're coming from as well. You know, so I get that too. So I hope you guys enjoy this. A little bit about hats type video. Something a little bit different than I normally do. So we'll see you guys on the next video later on.